Hello, Deborah here. My purpose in presenting this video is to show you some options that just might be the answer to your financial challenges. Let me just start out by saying that even though this is a new relationship, I am committed to helping you with the challenges you currently face. Now, these are not challenges that are only faced by us creative types. I don't think I'm psychic, but I bet I know 3 of your biggest challenges today. You aren't making enough income, you don't have enough free time in your life to enjoy the things you really want to do, and because of number 1 and number 2, you also don't have the time or maybe the skills to do the research yourself to figure out how to overcome these challenges. Our universe is filled with patterns, rules, and laws, some written, some unwritten. To be massively successful, you have to see, know, understand, and be mindful of all these things. I know this is a pretty broad statement, but it's the truth. How can you be a winner if you don't know the rules of the game? Most people, but especially artists and creative types, are just not good at the business end of things. So after identifying the plan and the strategy that you feel is best for you, your mindset will determine your level of success. Do you have an abundance or a scarcity mentality? I know you're thinking. You're saying, okay, well, that's great, but how do I figure out the rules and then create a strategy? The good news is you don't have to reinvent the wheel. What I mean by this is that you are not the first person to need this information. Fortunately, many have had these same challenges and have given us many solutions. We are living in exciting times, my friend. With access to the internet, we can access brilliant ideas from around the world. That's what's so powerful about synergy. If we can all focus on helping each other and having an abundance mentality instead of having a scarcity mindset, feeling that we must keep all of our resources and secrets hidden, we would all benefit. Whether you are an experienced online marketer or if you have 0 experience, we all have a similar goal. What that is we want to use the power of the internet to solve some of our challenges. For most of us, that means sales, increasing our income. To do this right, your website should do the bulk of the work for you 24/7 and 365 days out of the year. You want to be selling even on major holidays or while you're on vacation with the family, right? So you cannot just put a free one-page site on the internet that has no real value and expect everyone to come and buy from you. Today's consumer is savvy. They know what they want. If you don't give it to them, they will be gone in a flash and will be visiting your competitor's website. You have to deliver what you promise. So let's take a look at some of the strategies we can put together that still fit within your budget. When I was a realtor in Florida, my sales manager was pretty adamant about door knocking. I'm not saying that it can't work, but was it a truly productive method for today's market? I didn't want to come face to face with a pit bull or a handgun. You will find many ideas online that just aren't feasible or productive for artists, or they are just outdated, period. You have to know what is working today and what isn't. I don't know too many artists or creatives that go door knocking to see if anyone wants to buy their art. If this has worked for you, please share your story. In our day-to-day business as a creative person or an artist, we will have the need to meet certain people face to face. It could be a gallery owner, a manager, producer, maybe an editor. But anyway, your website should be working hard for you and allowing you to have the freedom to make those appointments. It should answer FAQs for your site visitors, sell tickets, sell your artwork, provide information about your next book, your next show, and it should do this in a friendly, secure, easy to navigate, and attractive way that tells the world who you are as an artist. Anything anyone sees, hears, or connects with you should be a message about your brand. Let me just ask you one question. If you currently have a website, Is it making you the amount of income that it should or could? As artists, it can be quite a bit of time between art sales, selling your new book, getting that next show booked, or getting paid for the show that you did 3 weeks ago. That's why I'm sure you are familiar with the term starving artist. As starving artists, these are people who sacrifice material well-being in order to focus on their artwork. Now, some may find this a noble sacrifice. I'm sure we can all agree that this was not the goal when you decided to focus on your craft. What I hope to inspire you with today are some ideas that will help you solve your financial challenges, even if only a little bit. But just as your art and vision are unique, your results will depend on your efforts. One customer of mine, he said that he began to realize his lifestyle was very similar to an investment portfolio. This is where he had all of his money, he had it tied up in one stock. This is true for so many. You become reliant on your full-time job. And if that job disappeared tomorrow, and I have had that happen in my family, your family is thrown into a very serious situation. At this point in your life, hopefully, you have learned how to manage your cash flow and you are spending less than you earn. Wouldn't it be great if you could work less and make the same amount of income you are now? Maybe I can even show you how to work less and make more money than you are now. You deserve a promotion. Would that be of interest to you? If so, let's move on. If not, no hard feelings, and I wish you the very best. For those of you that would like to stay and know more, I'm going to be talking about passive income. You've heard about it, maybe you even read about it. But my favorite definition comes from a very successful online solopreneur. Building online businesses that take advantage of systems of automation that allow transactions, cash flow, and growth to happen without requiring a real-time presence. This comes to us from Pat Flynn from Smart Passive Income. True passive income is pretty much 100% hands off. You build your business, create positive cash flow, and then let others manage everything for you, and you have no further time invested in the endeavor. This is what real estate investors do. They purchase an income property, then they hire a property management team and a CPA, and they take care of all the day-to-day operations, and the investor moves on to the next property. You will see we have two main types of income generally recognized as passive. You've got residual and you have leveraged. I have never truly created passive income. With my personality, I have always had to manage whatever is important to me. So stick with me, you will learn residual income strategies. The goal should be that this income will either become your full-time income replacement or replace the bulk of your current income. Now, once you become experienced, confident, and successful with residual income systems, you can duplicate these as many times as you desire. There is no income ceiling when you are a solopreneur. We each know a great deal from our life's experiences. What we don't know, we can learn with a proper mindset. I call this being humble and teachable. You need both in order to be successful long term, and this can bring you much freedom and much happiness. This part of the process I like to call the pre-construction phase. After 30-some years in real estate, you will find that I like to relate business terms or business processes to real estate. So we're in the pre-construction phase. First, you have to prepare the digital site. You're going to create your business name and your business structure. Then you're going to set up your domain name and your hosting, and then you'll decide on which blogging platform you would like to use. So this is the first part of the process. Now, the next part is, the most fun the most creative part. This is creating your brand equity, or what I call BE. This is where you start building a certain value premium. Branding is your customer's perception of the value of your brand. A brand's power is derived from the goodwill and name recognition that it has earned over time. Your customer sees the value in your brand, which translates into higher sales. Just like building equity in your home, you can build equity with your brand. Now, once we get this all set up and everything appears to be working and functioning as we designed it to, now you're ready for visitors. With this business model that I'm about to present to you, there are a few variables, but here is the main foundation of this business model. First, you create your digital site. Then you create a digital product to sell. That is your lead magnet. That is what's going to get people excited about your website. And they are all going to jump up and down with excitement, waiting to buy. In this case, I'm presenting you with an ebook, which is very common. So once they come to your site, they find your digital product, they get very excited, they make a commitment, they will give you their name, their email address, and some cash, and they want your ebook. The next thing that happens is they will be going through your payment processor. You may be using PayPal, Amazon Payments, Google Wallet, something along those lines. From there, the payment processor does two things simultaneously. On the left, you see the representation where it sends your client or customer a digital download link via email so they can go get your product. On the right, you will see simultaneously you receive a payment notification via email saying you have cash. Now imagine waking up every morning and you have several emails that say you have cash. Now, obviously, there are more fine details in each stage of this process, but here is where the brilliance comes in with residual income. You can almost put your business on autopilot, and now you'll find you have more free time to do what you really love. And the peace of mind that comes along with this business model and its intended results is almost priceless. But don't mistake all this fun and excitement in building. I mean, you have to recognize there's hard work involved. So, we have to do the hard work up front, and then we can get paid over and over again. So you have a decision to make. Do you want to get a part-time job or change your full-time job to a new employer? Or do you want to build something long-term by investing in your own business so that you will get paid over and over again? And guess what? There's no income ceiling. Remember, as a solopreneur, there's no income ceiling. I can hear your thoughts now. You're saying, okay, Deborah, look, what's in it for you? Well, if you've ever dealt with me in a real estate transaction, then you know I am known for creating win-win scenarios. Everybody wins. I'm giving back to the universe after all I've been given. I want to feel completely fulfilled. Some people donate to a nonprofit or volunteer their time at homeless shelters or animal shelters, and I highly encourage these activities. But I've been given a unique set of experiences in my life. I have certain knowledge and skills. So I've chosen to give back this way. Now, I will also gain new exposure to new customers as you spread the word about my services and you share my blog posts on social media. And I'm sure that you will share your excitement about what you have learned here, and I will get new business along the way. I have no hidden agendas. I'm not trying to sell you something. Every day, I focus on having an attitude of gratitude. I am grateful that you found me and took the time to stop by my website, DeborahTenbrink.com. It's a privilege to get to know you and share with you models and strategies that could potentially be life-changing, depending on what you decide to do with the knowledge gained here. I do encourage you to please read each of these 4 circles. They're each a little part of my disclaimer about what you can expect from me in this relationship. Now, to get started setting up your own residual income business model, go to my first blog post. Otherwise, just put this shortened link into your browser and you can go to it directly. I will see you on the other side and we'll get started with your own residual income business model.